Welcome to Innerji, Tarot, Astrology, and all things metaphysical. Hi, I'm Leslie Levy. And let's take a look at the Astro-Tarot Reading for the week commencing Monday, the 21st of September. So this week we have the Sun in Virgo up until Wednesday midnight, that's Australian Eastern Standard Time, when the Sun then moves into Libra. So really Monday through Wednesday, it's about finishing up those things about getting organised. It's about the final throes of being organised. And because we had the new moon in Virgo last Thursday, it's also about sorting out our internal world and getting that orderly as well with that new moon that occurred. So we're looking both internally at our emotional order and externally at the order in our world. And so Monday through Wednesday is a good time to just finalise getting organised, sorting out those nitty-gritty things that maybe have been bugging you through this Virgo month with the Sun there. And then from midnight Wednesday, the Sun moves into Libra. And Libra is about harmony and balance. It's about relationships with others, in particular more one-to-one relationships. So that could be a romantic relationship, a marriage, it could be friendships, it could be business partnerships or work relationships. So with the Sun moving into Libra on Wednesday midnight, and that will run for a month, so that will take us through to about the 22nd, 23rd of October. That month is all about looking at your balance. Now, Libra is cardinal air, and it is ruled by the planet Venus. So this is a more intellectual, mental look at Venus, at relationships. And cardinal air is about being more direct in communication. So I feel that this coming month with the Sun in Libra, it is about balancing what you think and how you feel and how you communicate that to others in a proactive way. Librans can go out of balance quite easily. And so I have suggested some oils for you today that can help you with balance. And also moving out of Virgo, I'm suggesting an oil because this last throes of getting organised, things can be pretty stressful. So I'm suggesting from Monday through Wednesday using lavender for a bit of self-nurturing, because Virgo energy can cause you to maybe worry a little bit more than usual, be more self-critical than usual. So lavender, just to calm, sedate, rebalance is a great way to go. And then from Wednesday midnight onwards for the rest of the month, geranium is a great oil to use because it is about bringing in balance. It's about bringing in balance on all levels, physical, emotional, and mental. So a great oil to use for the next month of Libra. So let's see what the cards have to say for you. Let's move those out of the way. And so I'm going to go around my astrology wheel and do a reading for each sign of the zodiac. And I will have timestamps down in the description below so that if you want to jump ahead to your particular sun sign, you are able to do that without having to listen to them all. But I do encourage you to listen to them all because there might be parts of other sun sign readings that may resonate with you. And remember, as always, if something doesn't resonate with you, let it go because this is a general reading for each of the sun signs. Let's see what we have. Starting with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So this will apply to you for each sign if your sign is in your sun sign, your moon, or your ascendant. And I am going to add some tea charms to each card as part of the reading. Let's begin with Aries. Aries, for you, this coming week, it is about waiting for things that you have begun to come back to you, to come back in. You can see that we have our gentleman standing up on the hill, and he's looking over the harbour, and he's holding on to a wand, and he's got 2 wands behind his back, and that's representative of actions that he has already taken, and he's holding on to this 1 wand, waiting for the result to come back. The 3 little dots here represent ships in the harbour. So Aries, for you, anything that you have been putting in place, particularly since the last new moon in Virgo, with the details and the organising, you're still waiting for that to come back, waiting for that result to happen. Let's have a look at a couple of charms for you. And for you, we have the Lion and the Music. Now, Aries energy is cardinal fire. You just jump in and do things. You are fearless. You are independent, a natural leader. And having the Lion here means that you are very courageous. You are ready to take on whatever comes your way. Now, we do have Mars in Aries retrograde at the moment. So Mars rules Aries. This is a very strong energy for you, but it's retrograde. So be a little bit careful that it just doesn't go too far. You want to be courageous. You want to step out and do what you need to do, but it is about having that little bit of patience, waiting for the right time, waiting for your ships to come in. And we also have the Music, and this is telling me, Aries, you need to lighten up a little bit. You need to dance with life a little bit more. Be a bit more playful than you have been. Stop focusing on waiting for the result and just have a little bit of fun time this week while you're waiting for a result to occur. Let's move on to Taurus. So Taurus, for you this week, you feel like you've won out. You feel like you've won an argument with someone. You've won a battle with someone, because this is you holding the swords of your opponents who look like they've lost out. And unfortunately, your winning is going to mean a loss for you this week, a loss in a relationship, a loss in a friendship, a loss around someone that you do actually care about. And you have been unusually argumentative. It could be due to that Mars Aries retrograde energy that's around, which makes people a little more feisty. Even you, Taurus, who is fixed earth and is generally more quiet and passive, but you have been asserting yourself and it has gone to extreme. So I feel that this coming week is about addressing this issue and making amends. Let's try a few charms for you and see if we can get more information. And we have the Dog and the Tree. And the Dog is about friendships. It is about loyalty. So I feel that there is a friendship due to an argument, due to a differing opinion that has been put in jeopardy, and will continue to be put in jeopardy unless you do something about it this week. We have the Tree. The tree represents health, well-being and growth. And if you want this relationship to continue and grow, this friendship, you are going to have to show your loyalty. You are going to have to backtrack, look back at what has occurred and make amends during this coming week. To Gemini. Gemini, we have the Empress for you. Gemini, for you this coming week, it is going to be a very creative, fertile time for you, for new ideas, new things that you want to do, and it's looking very, very positive for you. This is about growth. This is about starting new things. So if you have done any rituals around the new moon in Virgo last Thursday, then you are in a good position to move that forward and have it grow. And let's do a couple of charms for you, Gemini, with your fast wit, your fast mind, your curiosity. And so I've got the Anchor and the Crown. And the Crown, to me, is representing your ideas being in your head. And the Anchor is about grounding. So this is about you not just coming up with ideas this week, new ways of thinking about things and new ways of introducing things. It is about grounding them and manifesting them physically in the earth. This is quite an earthy card with all the growth. The Empress, she's a bit like Mother Earth in a sense. So whatever ideas are stuck in your head, it is time to ground them, and this coming week actually start taking action and making them happen. Let's go to Cancer. Cancer, for you this coming week, it is about looking at the big picture. It is about planning around a new enterprise, something new that you want to do as well, because wands are about taking action. It's a fire energy. And so the thing for you this week, Cancer, is not to get so bogged down in looking at the big picture and getting lost in how it feels, because cardinal water, which is the energy of Cancer, is getting caught up in the emotions. This is about you taking action on some new plans. Let's have a look at some charms for you. And we have the teapot, and we actually have, interestingly, the sign of Gemini in the charms. And so this is saying to me that it's about stepping out of your emotions, talking to others that you trust with the teapot over a cup of tea. Have a chat about what it is that you're planning, what the big picture for you is, and then coming up with some actual strategies, some actual ideas that can be made concrete instead of just keeping gazing into the future. I feel that there is a tendency this coming week for you to just keep looking at what it is that you want, looking at that big picture, but not actually talking to anyone about it, not actually coming up with ideas and strategies as to how you can make it happen. And so if you don't do that, then it will just stay in your own mind. It will just stay in your own heart and not come to fruition. So remember, Cancer, for you this week, it's taking those plans, talking to others about them, and start to formulate some ideas on how you can make them happen. Moving on to Leo, we have the Knight of Cups. Leo, with your fixed fire energy, you are very generous, you're exuberant, you like to have fun, you are out there. But this week, with the Knight of Cups here, it is about being careful about your emotions and the emotions of others. Leo, for you, sometimes it can be really easy to step on other people's emotions without realizing it and without intentionally wanting to hurt anyone. But please do be careful about what you say to others about the emotional side of a situation this coming week. This card is saying tread carefully around the emotions of others. And let's add a couple of charms to that. And we've got the Buddha and the bells. And this is just confirming that now this coming week, bells are about big announcements. This coming week is not the time to make a big announcement about what you're doing and about how you're feeling without taking into consideration the emotions of others and how they're emotionally feeling. With the Buddha here, this is more about quiet meditation. It's more about internal communication rather than external communication. It also is about becoming more in touch with your own emotions this week so that you can be more empathetic and more sensitive to the emotions of others. Moving on to Virgo. So we're in the last few days of Sun in Virgo, and we have the Page of Swords reversed. So this is saying to me, Virgo, for you, it is about finishing things. Even though we've come into the new moon last Thursday and the moon is now waxing, it is about you finishing up things that you have not yet completed. And this is around communication with others and ideas. You know, when we have the page upright, we can see a man who's looking pretty confident, pretty sure of himself. You know, he's holding up that sword with a stance that says, look at me, look at what I've got. And this is more about you, Virgo, looking to others. And that's easy for you because service to others is part of who you are. So it is about spending a little more time paying attention to others, to finish up things, to end things. And I don't mean ending in a negative way, but just coming to a culmination point is probably more what I'm trying to say. It's not that you're going to end friendships or anything like that. This is more about coming to a natural conclusion. That's what I'm feeling. Doing what you need to do to come to a natural conclusion around your dealings with others, in how you are of service to others, how you help others, and also how you are thinking within yourself. Because with this card reversed, this is more about your internal thoughts, about how you're thinking about yourself as well. Let's add a couple of charms. And we have the Castle and we have the Scales. So the Castle can represent work, it can represent corporations, large organizations, or it can represent you visiting a large place. So it could be visiting like a shopping mall or something like that. And so what this is saying to me is that, you know, as you go through this week, it is about becoming more aware of what's going on internally as you take yourself out in the world, as you are out in the workplace working with others. Become aware of how you are doing in relation to them. It's not just about them. And we have the Scales here, and the Scales are saying to me it is about rebalancing what it is that you need for you and what it is that you need to do for others. So that is a great focus for you in this coming week, particularly as we move out of Virgo and into Libra, which is the sign of rebalancing, finding your balance, being more in harmony. So I think this is going to be a very important week for you, particularly during that transition from Virgo into Libra happening sort of Wednesday, Thursday. And Libra, we will be coming into your birthday month, so happy birthday for you. And we do have Temperance reversed, and this is saying to me that yes, things are out of balance for you at the moment and have been for quite some time. I feel that for you, being in your sun sign of Libra from midnight Wednesday on is going to allow you that extra energy to get yourself rebalanced and back in harmony again, to be able to be more clear about how you feel about other one-to-one relationships with significant others, whether it be a marriage, whether it be a friend, a family member. And it is about bringing into balance cooperation once more and letting go of conflicts. It is about you going within, becoming your own alchemist emotionally to re-find your balance. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the session, geranium oil will be really helpful for you to really bring that balance back in body, mind and spirit, especially in your dealings with others. And let's try a couple of charms for you and see what comes up. And we have the ampersand and the comb. And yes, it is about finding your rebalance and still finalizing those details, combing through the tangles of the imbalance that you have at the moment, and during this week really smoothing things over with someone else that you have been having a little bit of disharmony with. Let's go to Scorpio. Scorpio, it is time for you not to be so hidden. We have the Hermit reversed, and you are terrific at keeping your emotions well and truly hidden, keeping the things that are important to you well and truly hidden. This week for you is to open up a little bit more to others. Be less solitary. Be more communicative than you have been. It is about being more open with other people this week for you rather than shutting down. And again, with the sun moving from Virgo into Libra, it is about balancing what you need for you and what you need to do with others. And the charms we have are the giraffe and we have the rainbow. So for you, it is about looking at the bigger picture this week, not just the bigger picture of your own life, but the bigger picture of you in relation to other people. And we have the rainbow here. So this is saying to me, it is about being more versatile in how you feel rather than thinking just one way, feeling just one way. It is about you lightening up and bringing a little bit of color and joy back into your life. Things have been a little bit grey for you, a little bit too serious. So step up, look at the big picture, and allow a little bit more color, life color into you, into your being, and be more social than you have been doing. I know COVID can get in the way of that, but there are still ways to be social, even if it's online. Moving on to Sagittarius, and we have the Seven of Swords reversed. The nice thing for you in this coming week, Sagittarius, is that you're going to feel that nothing will be taken away from you. Whatever thoughts and plans that you have in place, they are yours and yours to keep. No one is going to steal them. So you can be your normal trusting self when you are communicating about what it is that you want to do during this coming week. People are not going to steal your ideas, steal your thoughts. It's quite safe for you to share your plans, communicate your plans to others this week. And let's do a couple of charms for you, Sagittarius. Mutable fire, lots of sparks, lots of energy. And we have the lips and the clogs. And I feel for you, Sagittarius, that you have been somewhat serious, more serious than you usually are. And so with the clogs, it is time to kick up your heels a little bit and actually start talking to others again. I feel that you've been holding back in sharing what it is that you're thinking, what your plans are, because you are scared that someone else is going to take them over in some way. But it is okay. The lips here are confirming it's okay to talk about them. And it is okay for you to take a break from this planning that you've been doing, kick up your heels and have a little bit of fun and get back to that fun energy, that can-do, expansive, generous energy that Sagittarius is. And I feel for you, Sagittarius, moving from Virgo into Libra is going to be helpful for you because you have been kind of bogged down in the detail and you don't like detail. So Libra bringing in a bit of harmony and balance is going to help you to lighten up and kick up your heels a bit more this week. Coming to Capricorn. Capricorn, we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Capricorn, there is no need for you to defend yourself. There is no need for you to be tired anymore. You've been working so hard, Capricorn. You have been trying to defend where you're at. You've been trying to defend the achievements that you have. You've been in a really defensive state of being, and you are worn out from that. You feel a bit battle worn, to be honest, and it is time to let that go. You don't need to be that way anymore. It is time to stop defending yourself. Stop putting up the barriers, this feeling of defensive attitudes, because you can open up and it is safe to do so. And when you open up, you will be more easily seen by others. It is also about bringing your energy, your physical energy back up. You have been very tired, you've been very low, and it is time to just take a break, have some rest. Let's see what the charms say. Yes, we have the tea bag and we have the scales again. Again, for you, you have been so busy looking at the detail as well as the big picture, because Capricorn is great with the big picture, the practical strategies of doing on a large scale. And then you've been balancing that out with the details of Virgo, and that has made you somewhat defensive. But with the tea bag, it's time to sit down, have a cuppa and relax a bit and rebalance this urge of serious doing, serious strategy, and just allow yourself, a bit like Sagittarius, to lighten up a little bit in this coming week. Give yourself a break. Coming to Aquarius. Gosh, another one of feeling that they've had to defend themselves. They've had to stop the onslaught from others, but that's changing now. There is no need to do that. Aquarius, with your innovative, rebellious nature, with quirky ideas and new ways of being, new ways of thinking, and having those fixed opinions around those new ways of being. You don't need to defend those. You can be yourself. You don't have to conform to what others expect of you or what others want you to do. And in this last couple of weeks, I feel that you have been doing that, but no longer. That is going to change this coming week as you move from Virgo into Libra, where you're going to refine your balance as well. A couple of charms for you. We have the rattle and we have the lizard. So this is saying to me, it is time for you to shake things up again. It is time to shake up what it is that you want to do. Now the lizard loves the warmth. It likes to be lazy in the sun, but when it moves quickly. So this is saying to me that in this coming week, whatever changes you want to make about putting yourself out there, whatever changes you want to make about what it is you're doing or thinking, it is time to shake it up and do it in new ways and not just sit still on it. Move quickly. Make it happen quickly. Finally, let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, for you, we have the Fool reversed, and Pisces, this week it is important for you to know where you're stepping. When the Fool is upright, he's not looking at where he's going. He's about to step off a cliff. Now, whether he floats or falls is a matter of how other cards may interplay with this one if we were doing a full reading. But for you this week, know where you're stepping. Know where you're going. It can be easy for you to just go with the flow and get lost in the feeling of it all because you are mutable water. So know where you're going this week. Take some time to look at where you're going and what you're doing. And let's come up with a couple of charms for you. And we have the gun and we have the lady. So I feel for you that, guns are about endings. Guns are about things that happen quickly and not in a good way. So I think you need to be a little bit careful that if you stay a little too unfocused this week, you could have an ending around a female energy, around a friendship. I feel that you need to look at this friendship more practically, more closely to see what has been going on there. I believe that you have someone who feels that you haven't been paying enough attention to them, that you haven't been giving them the time that they need, and they are ready to move on. So have a think about who that might be, what might have been happening, and see what you can do to address this. If you feel that this is a relationship or friendship that you want to maintain, to stop it from ending and ending quickly, you need to look at what's going on with this person and what you can do to help this relationship, this friendship, move forward if that is your choice. I hope this Astro-Tarot reading for the week, Monday, 21st of September, is helpful to you. Until next time, namaste.